Over on the other side of the tree, if they're out, just so they're not on camera.
Wait, hold on.
Yeah, just as long as they're not visible on camera. That will leave out, just in case.
Wait.
I have to, certain moments we have to bow to reality.
Donovan, I can't hear Helen, please.
Is that one just come down? No. Helen, can you talk into the mic for a second? It was funny. I didn't hear her find through the five. That was less 31.
Hello?
Yeah. I enunciate more.
Okay, I'll try my best.
When you are the feature, enunciate more.
Okay.
I can turn you up as needed. Yeah, we're still waiting.
Yeah, she has an exam tomorrow.
One.
She's taking, I believe, Orgo.
Yes. She going pre-med?
Yeah.
Ah.
She's doing stuff for me.
Stuff and genes. So she's analyzing
Genetics.
analyzing genetics.
Yes. You know it's yeah. Well,
Yeah. Selling CDs. Yes.
Hopefully there'll be more people.
This was capacity.
Yeah, but I mean, it's only we have 30. Are we live streaming?
Yeah.
What?
Because LexMedia is to watch later.
Yeah. And watch the papers fly everywhere.
Look, it's fun.
Now I kind of wish we were at the side. than 3. I don't like 2 and 4.
I one of the songs on my album, I think that only have and it's just not quite nothing, but it's hard to
What? No.
I mean,
They just wanted them for temporary help, but I don't know.
They fall off.
I have thought,
How good that
I was only thought very. It was great when I was there because they brought in these. Thank you. We're going to give it one more minute. We have extra. We have chairs and we can get more, so please feel free to pull up a chair. Not the regatta bar, but the regatta bar has had less music than we have in the last year. We're waiting on your phone.
She's crazy. The set was
Okay, she's crazy horse, and then
He's each remember.
yeah, and then temporary help. Okay,
Dancing
and then
down.
dancing,
I mean,
yeah,
I'll
and
get
then
that.
fire, and then wonderful, and then yeah.
All right, everyone's cool on the set order. Everyone's cool on who's soloing when. Oh, I need to hit the live one.
Do you want a solo Maya?
Yeah, it'd be great.
Yeah, that is.
Oh my gosh.
I know, she's so cool.
All right.
I didn't say that.
All right.
Just go where you said.
Just go.
One, two, one, two, one, two.
Thanks, everybody. Thanks for coming. Thanks at home for tuning in. For those of you who can't see, we do have a small socially distanced audience here for the first gig of the year for the Lexington High School Jazz Combo. This would normally be about somewhere between gig 15 and 20, but for our current circumstances. But we're really delighted to be here making music for you. My name is Pat Donaher. I am nominally in charge, very nominally. That tune was by Dizzy Gillespie. It's called Groovin' High. It's based on another tune called Whisperin'. It's what's called a contrafact, where they write a new melody on an existing set of chord changes. The first of two we'll hear tonight. Next tune is by, thank you, Cheap Crazy Horse by the great Wayne Shorter. Every year we try to do at least a little bit of music by many of the great jazz composers, including Charles Mingus and Thelonious Monk, and the dean of living composers, Wayne Shorter. So this is from his Adam's Apple album. It's called Cheap Crazy Horse.
Thank
Chief Crazy Horse. Each year during third quarter, this has been really going on for 20-something years now since Steph Leonard started the curriculum. All of the jazz groups, the Jazz 1 and Jazz 2, Septet and Combo, all focus on a great jazz artist, and this year it was John Coltrane. And we did, we looked at different pieces of his career and different elements of his music, and we're actually doing 2 Coltrane-related pieces that aren't written by Train. One thing that we focused on was his ballad playing. He was for as crazy as Coltrane could get, when he played ballads, it was really remarkable, and we decided to choose a tune from the Coltrane album called Ballads, which if you haven't heard, you're missing out. So this, and it's partially because we have our wonderful singer Helen Voltman to feature this year. It's the first vocalist in the history of Combo, or only person who only sang. And so we're going to feature her and some of the band on a tune called It's Easy to Remember.
Your sweet expression, the smile you gave,
Just in case you're wondering, I'm not sitting over there to draw attention to myself. It's making sure nothing happens to Punya's saxophones. The biggest obstacle tonight is definitely the wind. So we try to play a wide variety of different musics from different eras and not neglect stuff that's happened in the past 10 or 15 years. And usually we have one piece that I dub our festival piece because it's particularly interesting and challenging and flashy. And this is this year's, even though we never got to play it at the festival. James Carney is a now Brooklyn-based pianist who was the first winner of the Thelonious Monk composition competition. His prize was a lesson with Wayne Shorter, which he says is still a remarkable thing. He's made several wonderful records under his own name. Most recently, right before the pandemic, he put it. I think it's called Wild Heart. This is a tune from one of his first albums. It harks on his and my Irish heritage a little bit, and it's going to feature Punya Gupta with a remarkable turn on soprano saxophone, as well as some of the rest of the band. It's called Tipperary Hill. Can I stop stalling? Tipperary Hill. This feels like a good moment to introduce everybody. Let's start at that end. On soprano and alto saxophones, headed to Harvard, Punya Gupta. On tenor saxophone, headed to another year of putting up with my jokes, Sam Rossi. And being the sort of band internet guru. On voice, headed to my alma mater, New England Conservatory of Music, Helen Boatwell on vocals. She'll be joining 2 other NEC alums in the jazz department there. I'm very excited for her. On alto saxophone, Coltrane Park. Coltrane has 3 more years of my day. On piano, Thomas Ahn, headed to the Washington University of St. Louis. On guitar, the only one in the band that remembers what normal combo feels like, headed to UC Davis, Miles Bootwell on, I'm repeating myself. On bass, headed to Syracuse University, that tropical paradise, Carl Schapfel on bass. And finally, Nick Williams on drums. There's nothing I can say that will do Nick justice. As previously mentioned, Coltrane was our primary sort of artist to study this year. And if you study John Coltrane, you have to deal with giant steps. It's sort of his gauntlet harmonic form that is considered something of a crucible for jazz musicians. So our pianist, Thomas, wrote a contrafact that we're going to do for you. This is based, the chord changes of giant steps with a new melody called Dancing Down the Stairwell.
Someone's got you.
Let's hear it for our composer, Thomas. I should mention, we did do one virtual festival. We took a Saturday to attend, in air quotes, on Zoom, the UMass Jazz Festival, which we were planning to do in person last year. And Carl and Nick and Thomas and you, right? And Helen were all recognized as outstanding soloists at the festival. So that was exciting. The remarkable thing was Nick didn't take a solo on that set. That's the second time that's happened to me in 7 years of doing this. A drummer gets a soloist award without taking a solo. Another composer that we always love to highlight is the great and unique Thelonious Monk. So this is a wonderful Monk tune called Baya. You by Thelonious Monk. We have one more tune for you, but before we do that, I have a lot of thank yous. This has been, needless to say, bizarre for so many of us, and I'm really grateful that really the town of Lexington and the schools, it became clear what the year was going to look like. Rather than putting the arts kind of on the back burner, it was constantly, how do we make this work? How do we make this work? Lexington was well ahead of a lot of our neighbor districts in letting students play in school under very, limited, safe circumstances. And so I need a huge thank you to the administration, particularly Dr. Hackett, who sends her regrets. She would have been here, but for this little school committee thing. And certainly, most importantly, Jared Cassidy over here, our Director of Fine and Performing Arts, who has advocated tirelessly for the students since we found out we were closing down in March. So we need to thank the Facilities Department for making things so clean and beautiful, and also for getting us power. We found out last week that power didn't work, so they're always amazing to us. And finally, thank you to all of you who have really gone well above and beyond in accommodating the crazy scheduling and all the extra stuff that we've had to do to make this happen. We are just enormously appreciative that we got to do this in any form this year, and we're very glad that you're here to hear it. So, and one more time with these amazing musicians. This last tune, yeah, it's getting cold. This last tune is the most recent. It actually came, it's by a wonderful singer who's in this new mainstream down in New York named Gretchen Parlato. She wrote this really wonderful, uplifting little song that came up during pandemic. So we're going to close with this. It's our wish to you. It's called Wonderful.
Shine
Coltrane Park, Helen Boatman, Sam Ossie, Punya Gupta, Miles Bootwell, Carl Shapfel, Nick Williams, Thomas On, the LHS Jazz Combo. Thank you everyone here, thank you everyone at home. There are a bunch of other performances coming up by various groups. The big jazz ensembles will perform Monday the 24th, so check that out, that'll be online. You can check it out on all our social, and we hope to see you again in a more normal setting very soon. Take care.
That's all the songs we know and one song we don't. All right.